Welcome everybody to the video. Today I'll be going over review letters and form 941 and also the ERC claims. Okay, I want to give this update because it's a lot going on regarding review letters, a lot of questions. So I'm going to go over right now the form 941 and also the ERC claims. Okay, and I'll be screen sharing right now. For those of you who missed the last video about the tax refund updates, make sure you go back and watch that video. I gave an update on Monday, and I'll be giving a new update on Monday as the IRS changed their site. Okay. And for those of you who haven't already, make sure that you subscribe to the channel so you make sure that you can get important updates of when I go live and be notified when you click that notification bell. A lot of confusion going on. I'm gonna start with the employee retention credit, you guys. There's a lot of confusion going on with the employee retention credit, and for a lot of you who don't know, that was during COVID. It's called ERC, sometimes called the Employee Retention Tax Credit, or ERTC. It's a refundable tax credit for businesses and tax-exempt organizations that had employees and were affected during COVID-19 pandemic. The requirements are different depending on the time period from which you claim the credit. The ERC is not available to individuals but to businesses, and a lot of people have been filing this and shouldn't have been getting credit for this credit because you have to have W-2 employees. It's been a lot of misleading going on, and they've been talking about that, and I'm gonna be screen sharing with you guys so I can go over it. Let me remove this, stop this screen, and then I'm gonna put the other screen up so that you guys can see exactly what I'm talking about on the IRS site. I thought I had the right screen on. Let me see. IRS. Okay. I'm gonna go over this first. The status of processing form 941. Employees quarterly federal tax return. Let me make sure you can see it on your end. Also, for those of you, while I'm doing this, for those of you who need a free PDF of review letters, in case you get a review letter, you know what to do. All you got to go is go to the description of this video, and it give you information on how to get a free PDF. Okay, status of processing form 941. This was updated on September 14, 2023. Form 941 and Form 941X are employment tax forms that may include claims for employee retention credit. In July, the IRS slowed processing of returns that involve the employee retention credit due to the complexity of the amended returns and the increase in aggressive and misleading marketing campaigns luring honest small businesses and organizations into claiming the ERC, the employee retention credit, when they are not eligible for it because you had to have W-2 employees, W-2 forms, and a lot of people didn't have it and they was filing it. It says on September 14, 2023, the IRS announced that the IRS Commissioner Danny Werfel, I think that's the name, Werfel, ordered an immediate moratorium on processing new ERC claims. The moratorium will run at least to December 31st, 2023, following growing concerns that a substantial share of new claims from the agent program are ineligible. So there's a lot of people that were filing with their small business or just within individuals filing ERC and were not eligible for it. And increasingly putting honest business at financial risk. So it's people who had honest businesses who had W-2 employees did not receive this, while people who did not have W-2 employees and weren't supposed to get it were getting it. And a lot of them were being pressured and scammed by aggressive promoters and marketing. Everybody is not eligible if you have a business for the ERC or the employee retention credit. And a lot of people had been applying, and it's going to cost you for those who file and they weren't supposed to. Let's talk about moratorium. This is a temporary suspension or an activity or law until future consideration warrants lifting the suspension, such as if and when the issues that led to it have been resolved. So we see that Danny Werfel ordered an immediate moratorium on processing a suspension, basically, because a lot of people were filing and they were not eligible for it. I'm gonna scroll a little bit. So you got to be careful, you guys, with this that's going on. Make sure you know what you're doing, and the person that is telling you, if you have a business, you guys, you have to have W-2 employees to be eligible and much more. Okay. It says as of September 21, 2023, they had 9,000 unprocessed Form 941. And it says if you file electronically and receive an acknowledgement, you don't need to take any further action other than promptly responding to any request for information. These tax returns are processed in the order received. Please don't file a second tax returns. As of September 20, 2023, our total inventory of unprocessed Forms 941X was approximately 735,000, some of which cannot be processed until the related 941s are processed. Then I have to check back for updates, you guys. So make sure that if you know somebody that has filed an employee retention credit, that they understand that they had to have W-2 employees and they had to have all the information required to be eligible. A lot of people applied for their ERC, was not eligible during COVID. And that's why it was a pause to the new filers, you guys. Now, I'm going to get to the review letters next, but before I do, you guys, I'm gonna go over that. We know tax season is coming up in about 3 months, the early tax filing season. So for those of you who haven't already filed by October 16th, you need to get it in, you guys. Get it in if you haven't. My tax office is doing tax preparation to October the 16th, 2023, and then after that, pretty much in November, the IRS closes it down because they be updated for the new tax season. However, we know that the holiday loans and the pre-season loans is coming up in January. Make sure you are prepared. I have direct deposit, Faster Money Discover Card. That Faster Money Discover Card that's going to be happening new tax season or for the holiday loans, you're going to be able to get it 4 days early. So that's a good thing for those of you who get that tax product. I also offer the printed check, and also if you owe, you can make a payment. If you pay in full before I file your tax return, you can do it through my website. Also, for the tax season, for those who want to plan ahead, don't forget that I have the taxpayer tax season planner. It's important that you plan ahead. I have the Tax Pro planner and the taxpayer planner that is green to help you prepare for tax season 2024. Now, I want to go over that, and I'm going to move ahead to the review letters. Don't forget, for those of you who needing a PDF of those who don't understand the review letters from the IRS or haven't been sent one, you can go to the description of this video and download that information that will help you regarding that. Right now, I'm gonna scroll down, you guys, because I know y'all are busy, and go over this about the letters. The IRS letters are notices, because a lot of you had the letters and you sent in the information. I have had a lot of people say, I sent in all my information, I faxed it, and I hadn't heard anything back. Okay, this is it. It's updated September 16th, 2022. We already know that they are short of staff. So I just want y'all to be aware of that. And you can also, Zoom in on this as you're watching and screenshot it. How long you may have to wait. While we are opening mail within our normal time frame, processing these responses is taking longer than usual due to resource restrictions. They have limited staff and limited resources, and all of it have to be done by an IRS employee. And the exact time frame varies depending on your type of issue or whatever error you had with your tax return, okay? What you should do once you answer the letter, and I have the PDF for you to download after this video in the description. It says once you answer the letter or notice, even if you disagree with the letter, I'm gonna add this. Make sure that you respond. Now, if you don't have to do it, if you don't have to do anything to the letter they send you, then you don't have to do nothing. They're gonna correct it on their end. But if you have to see any information, even if you don't agree, please respond to the letter because it's just gonna sit there. They ain't gonna do nothing. So you make sure that you answer the letter or notice. You don't need to answer it again once you answer it because you feel like they got it. Don't mean you have to, answer it again or send in the information again. It says we're working through all taxpayer replies in the order we receive them, and we'll consider your reply as of the date it was received, not the date we reviewed it. So make sure you understand that. It said we'll consider your reply as of the date that they received it from the IRS. Not the date that they reviewed it. Okay. All right. One more thing, because people been asking me. I'm gonna scroll up again with the paper returns. People was asking me about the paper return. It was talking about with the paper returns. For those of you who haven't heard anything from paper returns, it says basically, I know it says down here, if you file your paper return and it's been a long time and you don't see anything in the system, then you might want to file it electronically. I'm not telling you what to do, but if it tells you, the IRS is saying you might want to file electronically if you haven't heard and you did a paper return. And I went over all the information on the last live video I did on Monday, and I will be doing a new update, hopefully Monday. If the IRS update their website and give us more information, I will give you a new update. But if you haven't already watched it, make sure you go to that live update I did on Monday. You go to my channel and see all the live videos. It's on the live videos, and you'll be able to go to see that last video. But that's what they telling you to do. I'm trying to see if I can find it before. Okay, here you go. However, if you are due a refund filed on paper more than 6 months ago, and whereas my refund does not indicate that they received your return, you should resubmit your tax return electronically if possible. This is for paper tax returns. Make sure it includes an original signature and include all the documents submitted with the original return. Now, I'm not telling you decide whatever you want to do. I'm just sharing information that they have on the website. The IRS is telling to do for those of you who having questions with your paper return. I'm scrolling up, you guys, so you can see it on your screen. In case you want a screenshot for those of you who file paper return. If you have any questions or comments, make sure you drop it down in this video. If you have any questions later, you can drop it down on this video as well, okay? And I'll try to answer them in the order that they received. Just let me know if you have any questions or concerns. Again, if you haven't already file your return, make sure you get it in by October 16th. If you're in the disaster areas, North Carolina has until next year. Make sure you go to IRS.gov to see if you're in a disaster area in case they extend the extension that y'all have, okay? Okay, always check IRS.gov because sometimes they update a lot of stuff and then I have to go back and make sure. Okay, you guys? All right, now, okay. I hope everybody get their tax refund. I want to go over all the information because a lot of people again been filing the employee retention credits, and they shouldn't be filing if you don't have W-2 employees and you're an individual. So don't be scammed by people trying to pressure you and putting in your email saying apply, or you can apply, because they've been doing the same to me with that, trying to get me to complete that ERC claims. And a lot of time they doing that because they know they benefited from you guys, and there'll be fraud claims, and then y'all get in trouble. The people who file them claims and they fraud and you're not eligible, you're gonna have to pay all that money back. So be aware of scams, you guys, because a lot of people out there scamming people. All right. Okay. Hope y'all have a great day.